Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. This one is another art video, and because I got my latest Amazon order, which first included a tripod mount for my iPad, so this way I can actually, have my iPad on a tripod now, so that I can do more angles and it'll still take a little bit to figure it all out because there are, like trying to figure out if it's going to be top heavy in a certain angle and stuff. But as you can see from the angle that I'm shooting this at right now, I am using my tripod, my mini tripod with my tripod mount that I just got. And I also, with the order, because I do not have Amazon Prime, but do like to get up to the free shipping, I also ordered some Arteza Gouache. So I ordered the 24 set of gouache colors, and I figured for this video I will use it because I have not used gouache before, and pretty much before this whole year, I had never heard of gouache. So I figured I will do that. And to make the video interesting, although I have not seen like a full episode of any Bob Ross videos, I have seen the challenges that other YouTube artists have done. So I figured I will take the gouache and I will try to make a Bob Ross-esque type of painting. Like in this one, I don't think I'm going to actually follow a tutorial of his. I know. I will eventually try, but I figured I will see what I can come up with on my own using my own imagination and seeing the style that he does his artwork, but using the gouache. So the gouache comes in a cardboard case, and it has little sections for the colors that you can take out. And it kind of helps keep the colors in order. Now, again, I have not used gouache before, so I've heard it's similar to like an acrylic, but a little bit different. And so I am going to go grab a palette or something that I can use as a palette in case I need more colors. And I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and so my palette does not have enough to swatch all the colors, so I also have a thick piece of paper. It might be the Bristol paper, so I have that for other colors. And I'm also going to use these Royal and Langnickel paintbrushes that I got a few weeks back. So I have not used them yet before. As you can tell, the plastic is still on the detail, so I just took that off. So yes, these are all brand new brushes that I have. I have a fan brush. Oh no, this is the fan brush. I have the see, I don't even know what the brushes are called. The mop brush. I've got the round brush, a flat brush, a liner. So, and then I also have somewhere in my big thing of brushes, I will have a bigger brush, because we all know that you do need a bigger brush for doing some of the Bob Ross paintings. Here is a bigger brush that I can use, and this one I have used before, so you can tell it's already got some marks on it. So yeah, so I have all these different brushes, and first things first, we need to do our swatching of colors. So for that, I will actually need another piece of mixed media paper. Ta-da! Mixed media paper. As we can tell, I am so much a beginner artist and beginner with art YouTube that I'm not always prepared. So I'm getting there. I will learn eventually that I will need all my supplies together. I may not have all my ducks in a row yet. So I'm just going to take a little bit at a time. And we'll just use the brush. Hopefully I'm doing this right. All you artists out there are probably going to be like, what are you doing? And I will be like, I have no idea. I'm just trying to figure this out as I go along. I also realize I probably should have some paper towels, so I will probably need to grab some eventually. And these are very nice and opaque. And also for any other art newbies out there, one thing that I never really used to do, because I never really thought about it, especially, you know, not getting like big art supplies like this a lot, is that I never really thought about swatching colors first. A lot of times when I get like art for crafts, I'm not getting like a ton of stuff, like a ton of different colors that really need swatching. I just pick some colors for doing my craft. So this is like, you know, one of those newer things. Even like colored pencils, like just getting like the Crayola basic colored pencils or something, I never really thought about, you know, oh, I should maybe be working on, you know, doing all these, you know, swatching first. A lot of times I just buy the set or the, you know, whatever I buy, and I just want to get right into creating. So yeah, so through watching a lot of the other art YouTubers, I have learned about swatching colors, and that it is an important step. Might not always be the most exciting. I mean, I guess sometimes it is, depends on who you are, and you do get to look at all the pretty colors as they come out, so that is nice to be like, yay! Ooh, look at that pretty color, like this one's a nice berry color. And then, but then you also get the point where maybe it's similar after a while to also kind of like with music, if you play an instrument, with having to warm up and do your scales. So I guess swatching is kind of like an art warm-up, maybe? Maybe I'm totally wrong. I really don't know. But I guess I could kind of see it as like an art warm-up, so that you lay out your colors so that you know what you're doing with. Ooh, that's like a hot pink right there. Nice. Whereas like when you're doing your warm-ups for, let's say, like I have to do violin, I have to practice scales, and I have to practice sometimes with a metronome, which is very hard because I'm also an adult beginner at the violin. So I'm an adult beginner with a lot of things, I guess. And let me know in the comments if you play an instrument too, because with violin, I have had a violin since 2012, and I tried for a while to teach myself through like tutorials and like videos and stuff on YouTube, but that didn't always work out. I wasn't very consistent or anything, and I'm still trying to figure out the consistency. So we have so finally over this past summer, I got I looked up taking lessons again, and so I do actually have a violin teacher now and I'm taking lessons, which is very good. It's helping me progress even more. And actually today, this morning, I had my first FaceTime virtual lesson because of, you know, everything that's going on in the world right now, and a lot of things are canceled. So my violin teacher said that she will do virtual lessons, and so I was like the first one. And so we also did a duet on one of the little pieces, which was very hard too because the sound wasn't very high, so at certain points I wasn't sure if I was still on track or not, but I thought that was really neat to try. So now I'm on the purple colors. Purples and blues, I should say. And yeah, and with the violin I do have to practice a lot with doing like a straight bow parallel to the bridge, because I still not quite the best there. This is sky blue. Is the color that I'm on next, and as you can tell, this water is already like bleh. So sky blue is a pretty light blue. It's kind of got like a touch of periwinkle in it, maybe, at least from my perspective. And then cerulean blue is the last one that will be on this palette. I can see using cerulean for some water. And we will see how I do at this painting that I'm going to try. Because for all I know, I might mess it up totally bad and make it not look very good, but guess we'll find out. Okay, so these are my swatches for the Arteza Gouaches. I will say that the peach red is literally like hot pink. And then the mid yellow is pretty much like mac and cheese yellow. So like Kraft mac and cheese. Yeah, if you're doing any artwork that involves Kraft mac and cheese, there's your mid-yellow mac and cheese color. But these are all really nice colors. And they lay on nicely. So now I will get started on trying to do a Bob Ross-esque type of painting with these gouaches. So I have a canvas, and I think he does a lot of his vertical, so I will do it vertical. And I guess the first step is picking out some colors that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 colors that I will attempt to use on this painting. So the first thing is to get started. And as you can tell, I do have some paper towels now, and I also cleaned my water. So we will start with maybe some sky blue, a little bit of sky blue, and maybe mix in some Prussian blue. Mix those all up together until we get something that, you know, we kind of like. And I know he likes to start off by doing like just like X's. My X's aren't quite real X's, I guess, but just, you know, like crisscrossing strokes until we get some more. Yeah, that's totally not looking like anything he does, but okay. Okay, so I'm working on the sky. As we can tell, this is a speed up with some cuts in it because this video would be super long. And as I was doing the sky, I realized that I had made a mistake, but it was easy fix because it was part of the water and it was blue that had just like plopped itself on the bottom. Now I'm making some mountains because lots of Bob Ross videos have mountains. And so I just like mixed some darker colors to try and figure that out and kind of make it longer. Then I tried to use my stick at the bottom of my paintbrushes, which wasn't really working as well as I would like, so then I found my palette knives and decided to try that to add the highlights and some medium tones to the mountains. And so I mixed some brown to make some like medium tones to go on the mountains. And then I worked on the water a little bit more because that always needed some more, and mixed some colors to start on some trees. Because we definitely need happy trees. So first I laid down some base, like faraway type trees. Then I realized that my mountains were probably not big enough, so I attempted to make them taller, or kind of like make a back row, because I realized after I finished the painting that I should have blended the colors from the taller mountains better into the first part that I did with the mountains, so they kind of came out two different colors, but not enough definition, so they're not the best looking. But as I am a beginner, hopefully, you know, I'll be able to figure out how to fix mistakes like that later. And as Bob Ross would say, it's a happy accident, and that there's no right or wrong way to do the painting. So yeah, well, it's supposed to be like two mountain ranges, I guess, like the near one and the far one. So then I realized that the yeah, now I'm getting off on this recording, but I had realized that the white was not working at the moment, and I had to dry the mountains some more. So then I decided to work on the water again because it needed more work, as always, and I need to fix the white in the middle. So I did that after I worked on the mountains. So here I am putting more highlights on the mountains and trying to blend some more midtones into them too. And then I needed to also work on some bigger trees, because happy trees, we all need happy trees. So here is my first big happy tree that I was working on. And then I put a second one next to it because happy trees need friends. And then I added some more details to the background trees. And tried to pull down some of the paint to add to the reflection, and then made another happy tree on the other side of the canvas. And then here I am trying to add some more highlights to the water, first some blue, and then I fixed up the white reflection in the middle because that was very hard to do. Then I added the little bit of white to get the distance, or the where the water might be in the background, however Bob Ross describes it, and then adding some more reflections to the water. And then I added some more mid-tone colors to the trees. I tried to make a little path in between the two trees on the right side, but then realized that later that it just didn't look very good. So here I am still trying to add some highlights to the trees. They still came out very dark, but oh well. Then I needed to fix the trunks of the trees. So here I am doing that. I'm sorry if this recording sounds really crappy. I'm not good at these, but you get what you get. And hopefully in time, recordings will come out better too. So here I was fixing up the sides so that I could cover the sides of the canvas, because, you know, it's always good to finish your canvas by painting the sides. So I decided to do that while I waited for some of the layers to dry some more. And then fixing up the sky a little bit more. And then fixing up the mountains a little bit. And then I tried to cover the first path that I made, but it kind of turned into a green blob. And then I tried to make a new path on the other side that just comes in from the left side of the canvas. And I think that one turned out better because I kind of had it with the lighting of the water. And then lastly, I added 3 birds, because we all love happy birds, happy little birds and happy little trees. They all go together. This is my completed Bob Ross-esque painting. I know it is not the best. I know it probably looks horrible and definitely looks beginnerish. But again, I am a beginner. So Please let me know how it turned out. Do you think it turned out okay? Do you think it looks like crap? I don't know. Please don't be that harsh. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I do think the Arteza gouaches are very good. They're of course the first set that I've tried, but they were very fun to work with, and I did have fun on this painting, even if it's not the best. As a beginner, hopefully, you know, I'll get better the more I practice, the more I do. But I did have fun trying to do a Bob Ross type of painting using the Arteza gouaches, and like just doing it on my own, trying to figure things out. Because sometimes you just do need to figure things out. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you later. Bye!